good day to everyone who's listening to us today. And today, we're joined by some very special guests, Coach Ren, Ren, Coach Gian, and Coach Mon as part of our attendance check series. Kasi 'di ba, mahilig tayo sa attendance check. I think Coach Mon, ikaw yun, 'di ba? Yung tina-trash talk ni ni Xavier.
Yeah. Well, yeah, always present naman ako eh. Hindi, pero, yeah, yeah, siguro just to clear things up, kasi madami kaming nasalita sa Magnolia. Si Cobb
Yeah,
Jason,
oo
si
eh.
Juno, si Tony Boy. Eh, si Tony Boy yung pinaka-biggest trash talker namin out of all. Ako,
Oh!
tahimik lang ako eh. So, and you know how it is in sa mga PBA teams there, we all come from different schools. So,
Mm-mm.
pagpadating na yung game nyo, may asaran parate. So, yeah, yun. Kumbaga, konting biro lang. You're just joking around a bit, pero it got big. So, okay lang din. I think the team was able to use it as motivation.
Oo eh.
Ah, Yun. So, yun. Today we're here with the coaches from DLSU and as part of our championship series and part of course of our attendance check series. So, so maybe we'll start na lang with some questions and siguro Vic, ikaw na lang muna mag-start kasi you used to watch Coach Mon and Coach Ren when you were
Gusto watch na.
when you were much younger, 'di ba?
Oo, kaya ang sarap ng college life ko. Laging may championship celebration. Laging walang
Oo.
pasok. Oh, pero that time, yung pag nag-champion, kailangan mo hilingin kay Brother Andrew at kay Brother Rolly. Kasi dati, time namin, hindi naman automatic na nagsususpend ng klase si Lasal. So, pag nag-champion, expect mo, pag buzzer, sinisigaw na estudyante, sa Araneta, walang pasok. Yun yung nun. Yun yung sinisigaw that time. Kasi, alam to ni Coach Ren, ni Coach Juan, even Coach Gian. Ang tough, hindi basta-basta nagsususpend ng classes that time. But those were fun times, really. It's ako personally, it's a full circle to si Coach Ren and Coach Mon na mag-coach ulit. Especially Coach Mon na tawag doon, started with NU and then from NU and then now he's coaching with us. So I think ang question ko for I think for Coach Ren and Coach Mon muna, ano yung feeling na you help the team as a player back then, won championships and now full circle for you guys na part na kayo ng coaching staff and you're still winners, ibang klase.
Well, I'm actually ako rookie dito sa DLSU and coaching staff. When I got that call, I was so excited because I was waiting for that call for the longest time. Kasi ever since I retired from basketball, from playing basketball, to be honest, I never planned to coach. I was doing a lot of things not related to basketball. But syempre, whatever you invest in something, talagang yung karma ko is basketball. Kasi I love the game. I love basketball. It's just practically a basketball's life for me. But now, yeah, when I retired, when I was coaching, started coaching already, syempre, wala akong ibang gustong puntahan is Lasal. Yeah, when I got that call, I was really excited. And then my specific job was to help the team with free throws. Yeah, it's like, okay, sabi ko, that's my specific job for with the LSU. So sabi ko, yeah, sure. Sabi ko, I was really excited. Then when I got there, I was really surprised because the players, the response of the players, the welcoming of the players is very warm. And then, syempre, talagang iba yung team. Sabi ko nga kay Coach Mon, bait na itong team na to. Sabi ko, parang tayo. Sabi ko, parang ang bait na itong team na to. Sabi ko gano'n. So I was like, sabi ko, talagang when you talk, when the coaches talk, they pay attention, they listen, they put it to heart. And then, yeah, when they play, it reflects how they play. And then, of course, when I came there, day one, sabi ko, I'm not here to change anything of your, like your form, your mechanics. it's the mental part. It's how you approach the line. Because I see them like, when they go to the line, parang may resistance. Parang ako, when I was playing, I just shared my experience. I look forward going to the line because yun lang yung pinakamadaling pinakamadaling area na pwede kong itira na walang storbo sa akin. Na ako lang mag-isa. So it's like, that's the easiest spot at the whole floor na kaya kong tumira ng walang storbo, na walang challenge. So it's like, when I talk to them, like, sila Mike, sila Pab, actually, everybody who went there, sila Jacob, Kian, sabi ko, the mental thing lang. Si Mason also is there also. Mason was struggling. I kept on talking to him. And then, yeah, it's a mental part because it was very challenging for the kids, for those players, because there's social media. And then, when we lose games, ang inaano lagi, the comment section, I'm sure 100% it's the free throws. I don't read the comment section or whatever. I don't read. Hindi ko maiiwasan na may magsasabi sa akin na, ito yung sinabi. Sabi ko, di naman ako interesado. Sabi ko, I'm just gonna do my job to prepare them to embrace that moment, to savor it, to don't shy away, na talagang look forward going to the line because sabi ko, it's a privilege to have those pressures because hindi lahat ng tao nabibigyan ng ganun chance. So you have to embrace it. And you have to embrace that moment. So I think, yeah, it was a struggle. The whole year, the whole season was a struggle until game 3. Until game 3, they delivered there. Yeah.
Oh, kasi si Kian tumingin pa sa camera eh. Bago tumira.
Oo. Oo.
Tumingin
Yeah.
sa camera eh.
We'd like to welcome Coach JB who's
Coach
joining
JB,
us also
welcome.
tonight.
Welcome.
Joining us tonight.
Yes.
Lolokohan
Welcome,
tayo
Coach JB.
tonight. Hi, Coach. So,
Sorry.
lolokohan lang tayo tonight. Okay lang, Coach. On the free throw, since na-touch na to ni Coach Renren before we go to Coach Mon. Coach Gian, ever since the time of back in 2018 when you were head coach, parang free throws has always been the problem. Pina-check nyo na ba yung court sa DLSU kung nakaspec ba yun na tama?
Yung sa rason may kabingi.
Actually, when I came in ng 2018, hindi kami sa Razon nagpa-practice. We practice at City Club sa Makati. And then, yung ring doon, it's totally nothing against the venue, but hindi siya yung standard. Hindi siya yung standard na size. And pero pagdating, we practice there from 9 to 11. Pagdating ng 1 o'clock, 1 to 2, available sa amin yung Razon. Ang problema, wala nang pumupunta. Wala nang umakyat kasi like during the time sila Aljun, sila Andre, patapos na rin sila sa studies nila eh. Balti also.
Yeah.
So parang yung 1 hour of going to the gym is really concentrated on their rehabs. Puro ganun na lang yung mga pinupunta nila doon. Ang mahilig pumunta doon during that time was sila Ralph Koo, Don Lim. Yan yung mga mahilig. Yung mga hindi nakakalaro, yun yung mga magagaling sa free throws.
Siguro sila tao. Baliktad.
Yeah, but just going back to your question. Yeah, ever since I came in, it's been a concern already. Even during the time of Coach Jermaine and then Coach Derek, I was there already. Problema talaga yung free throws na yan.
Oo. Kasi we were to the rookie coach and the longest tenure. Now let's go to Coach Mon and Coach JB. Like, maybe Coach Mon muna, what does it feel like to go back here to LaSalle and to coach your alma mater, especially after coming from NU? What's the difference sa UAP? Di ko na muna tatanong si Coach Ren sa Adamson stint niya. Mamaya na yon.
Oo.
Galit na galit siya nung isang Final Four. Naalala ko yun eh.
2017 yun.
Well, for me, of course, it's always nung naglalaro pa kami nila Renren, it's always feels good to give pride to the school, trying winning games and then winning championships. So same thing here now, being able to coach for LaSalle. Of course, it's always it's always a goal, or it feels good to be able to continue the tradition of being champions. So, and yeah, of course, coming from NU, I was there for 4 to 5 years. Yun, very fortunate na nakakuha din ng isang championship doon.
Mm.
But yun, that I guess the main difference, yun, talaga from the ground up, talaga we try to build that program with Coach Eric. In terms of LaSalle naman, the yung pressure talaga nandun eh, because yung expectations are really really high sa team. No matter how strong or how weak that team is for that season, the expectation is really high. So, and yeah, it's just always fun to give back. Trying to help these young guys to just give their best. Sa akin nga, just really this the two championships in 86 and 88. It's really for those players. Kumbaga yung mga tinatrabaho namin mga coaches. It's not it's not for our but it's really for them to be able to, kasi nga kami nalaren rin napagdaanan namin yung championship sa UAP. I want them to be able to experience that. So, ang hinihintay ko lang yung motorcade eh. Dati kasi
Oo
parang
nga.
yung motorcade
Oo.
nung 86 tsaka ngayon wala pa eh. So sana magkaroon na
Hindi,
ma-organize ng
coach mo, di na yata uso
motorcade.
motorcade ngayon eh, no?
Oo.
Parang di na uso
Dapat may panig
motorcade
tayo.
ngayon eh. Tapos Coach Mon, tsaka Coach Ren, baka itatanong ko sa inyo to. Is it true na nung nag-motorcade nun, lahat dumaan ng FEU? Tama ba?
Yes, dumaan.
Tama, di ba? O, yun yung
Umikot dun sa umikot
Moraita,
siya,
diba?
tapos Moraita, yeah. We passed university, Unibelt.
Oo.
So,
U-Belt.
U-Belt. So, yeah. Umikot
Rojas.
doon. Actually, hindi naman namin napansin, pero okay naman. Masaya kasi nasa truck kami. So, we're just happy, yeah.
Singit ko lang. Ang ano nito for the audience, yung kasi engineering. So, ang building namin Velasco eh. So, yung motorcade, dun sa gate yung truck nandun sa may walkway ng Velasco yung truck eh. Tapos dun sila sumasakay. Kasi I do recall 99 na motorcade. So, sobrang popular si Dino nun eh. 99 eh. So, lahat, pagsakay niya sa truck, lahat ng tao, syempre na, siya yung tinatawag pagsakay nun sa truck. Kaya tama, it's good thing na Coach Mon na bring up yan. Sobrang nakakamiss yan. Parang di na nga uso ngayon yata ang motorcade. Yung tipo dadaanan mo yung school na that you beat in the finals.
Nagkataon lang siguro na dumaan kami doon. Kasi pag Ateneo yun, medyo malayo yung ikot na yun.
Oo, malayo eh. Yeah,
Ako
malayo
din
na
UP, medyo malayo din.
Malayo
Oo,
din yung UP,
fun times. So,
Kailangan
maganda
mag-highway.
naman na-bring up yan.
Oo. Coach JB, ikaw naman, like obviously we've talked about a little bit with Coach Modren and Coach Gian about the experiences in LaSalle. You obviously came from Beda, and parang I think you did your entire career there. What's it like naman coming into this program? Like, ano to? Like, is it just did you feel the pressure also? Or did Coach Ren help you? Nag-abot ba kayo nung high school? Coach Ren, Coach JB?
Yeah. I think Coach JB's 2 years ahead sa akin eh. Yeah. Tapos naging
okay.
assistant coach ko si Coach JB sa LaSalle Green Hills.
Sa Green Hills, yes.
Before going to the LSU. Yeah.
Oo. So,
Pati
what's it like, Coach?
Bago magsalita si Coach JB, sa YouTube, hanapin nyo yung 97 finals ng Baste San Beda. Nagbantayan pa sila ni Coach Topex. Mahanap. Andun yan. Mahanap yan.
Wag nyo na hanapin. Tamba kami ron eh.
Hindi. Kung ano lang naman, Coach JB, second half lang naman. First half, dikit yun eh.
Well, for me, yung kasi naman sa LaSalle, hindi naging mahirap para sa akin dahil rin kay Coach Topex. Kasi syempre, he let us be who we are. Parang kung paano kami mag-coach, sige lang siya. Kaya hindi ganun kalaking adjustment. It's just getting to know the players and yung relationship with the players.
Oh, all right. Sige, let's go down to the season. And memorize niyo na ba yung ilang beses niyo na napanood yung Finals Game 3? Like, have you guys
Kanina,
watched?
kanina napanood ko ulit.
Wala ako, highlights lang.
Like, when you watch it, do you watch it for fun or naghanap ba kayo ng maling ginagawa ng
nakikita
team?
pa kayo, parang dapat dito ginawa
Wala.
namin dito.
Pag wala magawa, nanonood ulit. Yun. Yung kanina, eksakto. I learned this podcast 30 minutes ago. Pero kanina umaga, I wasn't doing anything. I watched the game 3. Dapat nga, game 1 to 3 kaso may gagawin na ako So game 3 na lang.
Kayo, Coach G and Coach Mon, and Coach JB, do you still watch the game? Like, ano yung favorite moment to relive in that
Maganda.
final series?
Normally,
Ako kasi pinapanood ko
highlights.
football eh.
Highlights,
Coach
Coach
Mon,
JB.
NFL playoffs pinapanood mo, no, Coach Mon?
NFL playoffs sa college football pinapanood ko ngayon eh. Wala mo ng basketball.
tama.
Pati PBA,
Pares
hindi ko
tayo,
pinapanood yung final.
Yan, si Coach G.
Actually, ako, nag-stop ako sa Game 2. Game 3 hindi ko pa napapanood.
No. Intentional? Was there a reason or wala lang?
Wala, actually, kasi we had the meeting last week. We had yung planning session ng coaches. So, syempre, me and Coach Kaloy being in charge of our offense, parang I had to look back lang on what worked for us. Especially nung Ateneo game, the series against NU, leading into the final series. So, nag-stop ako sa game 2 kasi nung game 3, medyo na yun parang basahan na lang naman ng players yon, di ba? All bets are off na.
Yeah.
So, doon lang ako so I stopped at game 2. Then, minsan iniisip ko, panoorin ko kaya yung game 3, pero nagkataon, I had to focus na rin for the juniors team. So, sabi ko, just to get it out of the way na. Hindi ko na napanood ulit. I didn't put any effort on watching it anymore. Okay na yun, given na Champion na tayo Hindi na mag-iiba yan.
Oo. Well, kami kinakabahan kami paminsan na baka iba yung result ng YouTube Pero that's just
Pati yung
us.
talo ng Ateneo first round, yun, ang sarap balikan Pwede mo panoorin ulit.
Maybe we can start with that. Like, yung 30 point, being down 30 points against Ateneo, what did you guys tell the players coming before the fourth quarter? Maybe open question.
Absent ako noon eh. Hindi ako present noon so sila lang makakasagot.
So
Wala
coach.
game.
Kung doon kayo, hindi yun mangyayari.
Hindi, baka manyari pa rin.
So how did you motivate the players to come back from 30 down? Maybe we'll start there, then we'll progress na lang through the season.
Actually, well, ako just leading into the second half. Parang inside the dugout, hindi naman nagalit si Coach Topex na he was really hard on the players. He just told us na just find ways to get the lead down. 'Di ba? Kasi total, we were the one who sila din naman yung nagpunta sa naglagay sa sarili nila sa ganong sitwasyon. So, just for them to figure it out. Alam niyo naman si Coach T, hindi naman yan magagalit parate. He would always tell the players, just find ways. 'Di ba? Kung mababa natin, good. Kung hindi, at least we learn and get something out of this. So, and then, actually during that game, parang nagtitingin na kami nila Coach Kaloy kung nandito ba si Mon, ano bang gagawin ni Mon. 'Di ba? So, I think yun na rin yung, sige, pressurein na natin. Tignan natin, baka mabababa natin yung lamang, which I think it did somehow help the team out. And syempre, Mike being the leader, talagang he just really encouraged everyone to, kayang ibaba. Kayang ibaba, kayang ipanalo. So, although it fell short pa rin, pagdating namin sa dugout, parang yung feeling namin sa isa't isa, kaya naman pala eh. 'Di ba? Why wait for us to be down that big? 'Di ba? And also, let's also give it to Ateneo kasi grabe naman yung field goal shooting nila na.
Grabe nga yung field
Yeah.
goal shooting
'Di ba?
ngayong araw na
Grabe
yun.
naman yung
Oo.
field goal. I mean, Escobar wasn't missing at all. 'Di ba? So, even Tuano during that game. So, yeah, but it is what it is.
Oo.
Natanggal pa rin sila.
Yes, exactly. Okay, okay, so that's probably the first one. And then just as we progress through the season, 2-week break. May binulong sa amin si Coach OG a few weeks back. I don't know if it's something we can disclose here. But how did you guys prep the team during the 2-week break? One of the harder things kasi that we've always thought of was we go back to the 2007 UAAP finals that UE had a 3-week break. And we were never sure. Parang the question's always been, is a break good for a team like this? Lasal had a 2-week break, and then I think doon nag-start yung 3-game losing streak, no? We just lost to NU, then we lost 2 times against Adamson and
FU and Adamson yun eh.
Oo. How did you guys try to prepare the team? Especially, it was a very long break all of a sudden. Pero naging blessing in disguise siya kasi you guys eventually used it to beat Ateneo.
Well, yeah, aside from that yung na-suspending sa Ateneo, it gave Mason and Kian more time to recover. So, from their injury, so towards the end, nakahabol sila, which was a very big factor for us. But during those 2 weeks, nagkindang ba tayo, no, Coach G? In between?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once in a while, we'd go to Indang. Just a short trip to Indang. One of our managers, they have a place there. Just so that we just keep the team together. At the same time, to get out of the city, medyo fresh air and So yeah, we do that once in a while throughout the season. So I think that helped just to get out of the ritual na daily sa dorm, sa
The
Razon, and
routine.
all of
Yung
that.
usual routine
The
namin.
routine. So yeah, that's one of the things that we did to just keep the guys focused.
Among the players, sino yung pinaka madaling to get back into focus? Hindi yung opposite. Yung pinaka madaling tinanong ko para positive, di ba?
Ako sa experience ko I've never had problems with JC Makalalag. I mean, he would always, kumbaga sa ensayo, walang pinipili. Whether it's a day before a game day or 2 days, 3 days before the game, you would always see the same attitude kay JC, the same approach. No? Kasi kung talagang if you're just with us every day, iba-iba talaga yung karakter ng mga bata eh. 'Di ba? I mean, sometimes si player A is difficult to handle, the next day ang daling kausap. Alam mo yung ganun? But with JC, you would always see that consistency sa kanya. So I think it kind of rubs off also on how he plays. Unfortunately lang, di ba nga, he had a slow start dahil nagkaroon siya ng fracture or dislocation. Sorry, not dislocation. But yung nagkaroon, he had to wear a mask for a while. Ang tagal niya bago nakabalik. So yeah, if there's one player, I would say si JC is one of those na very consistent when it comes to putting in the work for the team.
Any others?
I
Baka
agree.
ibang coaches baka may Sige,
Yeah. Ako, JC din ako. He's someone that's always focused na, especially on the defensive end, ano siya, is always very sharp. So, never really had any problems with him. Yung iba naman, konting reminders na naalala, tapos makakalimutan ulit, remind mo na lang ulit. But, yeah, so far wala kaming masyadong like very difficult to handle or to get back into focus.
Sabi mo nga earlier, Coach Mon, na this is very different from you guys when you played. Diba? Maybe can you guys expound on that a little bit? Na bakit medyo different to? I mean, I think the La Salad community knows the answer naman to this in general, diba? So maybe like just have a little fun here and bakit makaiba tong team na to?
Go, Re.
Ikaw tinanong eh. Well, kami, kasi kami, yung team namin, very colorful. Maraming story yung buhay namin. Buti nga wala nga social media before because every player has a story. There's different personalities talaga in the team. But syempre, may kanya-kanyang kalokohan, may kanyang kabutihan din, syempre. Pero in totality, all good naman. Actually, yung thesis ko nga, I'm gonna talk about my thesis in Lasal. My last year, I finished my thesis. Ang subject ko is yung behavior ng team. The behavior, kung mga values, traits. We did a test for each player. Tapos, hindi kami magkakasundo. Hindi kami magkakasundo talaga. Pero end of the day, we won the championship. What brought us together was the main goal of winning the championship. So, yeah, iba-iba yung ugali ng teams namin. Like sila Coach Mon is so silent pero deadly. So, iba-iba. Like sila Don, sila Mayor Francis. Very, iba-iba talaga. Si Dominic Uy, when I entered, syempre, minsan nagkasagutan pa kami, di ba? Coach Mon, tatahimik na yan. Pero, pag nasobrahan sa pork chop yan, iba sa practice yan. So, di ba? Yung mga ganun ba? So, tapos off the court, syempre, of course, may mga teammates ako na talagang nag-aaral. Like sila Coach Mon, sila Mayor Francis, yan, sila Doms. They go to class talaga. May mga teammates din talaga akong free, parang nakawala sa hawla pag nasa school. So, iba-ibang personalities talaga. But, syempre, end of the day, basketball brought us together, and then we made that journey. We won championships together, and then we made fruitful or memorable memories talaga as a team and then as an individual. Pero yun nga, like I said, si Coach Mon, when they welcomed me as a team, and then I spent an hour, 2 hours in practices, na-notice ko talaga it's a different team. Na sabi ko nga, talagang I can't forget na sinabi ko kay Coach Mon yun. Sabi ko, bro, bait na itong team na to, no? Sabi ko, iba, wala akong masabi dito compared to us. Iba, kasi I've been to Lasal for 5 years, and then I had 2-3 sets of teammates Iba-iba Iba-iba talaga. So, iba-ibang attitude, iba-ibang personalities, iba-ibang gusto sa buhay. So, iba-ibang, so, this team na masasabi ko, it was a learning process for me. Because, sabi ko nga, I never been into a team, being a player or being a coach na ganito yung synergy or ganito yung, ng ugali ng team. So, yeah. I'm very vocal to Coach Mon about it.
Siguro yung isang topic that you're referring to is the NIL. yung allowance. Like now kasi that was what? Diba 30 years ago 25 years ago. It's different now. Yung the way sinasabi ko nga minsan kanina, grabe, sa spoiled nitong mga players ngayon. Pero sobrang alaga talaga sila ng managers, and you have to give your hats off to our managers that they really take care of not just the players, the team. Pero ibang-iba compared to yung time namin. So, but ganun na rin sa ano like yun nga, yung sabi nga, yung NIL sa States. That's why players are transferring. Ganun na it's yun na yung reality. So, but yeah, dati kami, if you talk to Coach Tony Boy Espinosa, you play for stamps. Yung sa college canteen, ano lang, yung
Food stamp.
food stamps para makaano. Dito, yung food stamp. Ngayon, you just go to the dorm. May pagkain doon.
May sariling
So,
food, di ba?
I love the
yun talaga.
silicon.
Pero okay talaga. I mean, you can't, grabe yung alaga talaga sa amin. And ibang talaga yung, times have changed.
Siguro, bro, siguro hindi ako ganun kapayat dati. Pag ganun kasarap yung pagkain sa dorm.
Hindi mo na kailangan mag-t-shirt. Hindi mo kailangan mag-t-shirt natin.
Pero yun, the way that the
sige,
players work
I
hard,
mean, you talked about sorry.
yeah. Add ka lang. Well, the way naman the players work, they're deserving of what the support they get from the school and from the manager. Sobrang sipag ng mga players namin. As in, yung extra work that they do, they're really deserving of it.
Siguro I'll ask Coach JB naman and Coach Gian on this note, right? Like, obviously the times have changed a lot over the last few years, and sometimes you really have to outwork your opponents, right? At what point did you guys, sorry, not just outwork, but outdiscipline your opponents as well? At what point this season did you take a look at the guys and say, "Di magcha-champion tayo"? Like, at what point did you guys feel that there was really something special about this team? Maybe Coach Gian and Coach JB naman.
Actually, well, Coach James, you wanna go first?
Parang nagano si Coach JB.
Freeze. Actually, it was difficult to tell. But yun nga, there was a time when we practiced in Indang, nung nag-break kami, na all of a sudden, binulong ko kay Coach Topex, sabi ko, Coach, just come to realize, where everyone's back. Nandun na ulit si Mason, although kahit hindi sila, they weren't participating in all of the drills, but the fact that Kian and Mason were part of the 3-on-0s, the 5-on-0, yung mga half-court drills, the fact that they were there, parang sabi ko, who would have thought na magiging kompleto ulit kami? So, parang nga si Coach T, sabi niya sa akin, oo nga, no? Parang doon lang namin na-realize na the team already, parang eksakto ba? Yung tamang timing lang that everyone was already there. And parang sabi namin, sana from here on out, magtuloy-tuloy na, wala na yung mga suspensions, wala na magkakaroon ng injury here and there. So I think for me that just for that given time na nakumpleto kami, maybe mentally changed the outlook of the players, na wala na yung mga questions, na wala na yung kailan bababalik si Mace, kailan bababalik si Kian. Diba? At least ito, we can just focus and play and focus on what we have to do dun sa mga remaining games ahead. Wala na yung mga other factors na kailangan isipan. Maybe that for me, that was the turning point also nung nakompleto na kami.
So Coach, pinagalitan niyo ba si EJ na kasi na-suspend siya?
Actually,
it's a joke, It's a joke.
But wala I mean, hindi mo rin yun nga, hindi namin masabi It could have gone the other way din naman di ba?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Actually nga coach, after that game, na nakita ko si EJ dumadaan and sabi nga kay Vic, me and Vic and were together and he said, ano nangyari, EJ? Sabi, and EJ put his hand on Vic's shoulder and then parang ginaganon niya kay Vic and sabi niya, yan yung suntok. It's not my fault na gumalaw. So I guess that's the explanation there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coach JB.
Sorry, but let me
Yes,
just add. EJ's suspension gave way for Boris to
Ah,
to play and cover up for him.
Yun.
And Earl also, kasi there was a time that Earl was struggling,
Yes.
'di ba?
Meron
Nung
din.
patapos na yung eliminations and nung nag-ano yun, kind of turned things around for us also eh. Parang at least parang yung next man up mentality was there.
okay. Oh, that's a good story nga yan. And that's I think that's the theme of the season eh. Like we saw a lot of people really stepping up throughout the course of the season, whether it was Boris or whether it was EJ, JC, JC hit the game sealing layup, I suppose is what you can call that. Um, Siguro just a few more technical questions before we end this episode. Um, so we talked a lot about it already, and so some of the questions a lot of the community want to know would be for game one. Did you guys allow Alarcon to parang did you guys have the mentality na sige let Alarcon score na lang, well bantayan na lang natin lahat and then we'll go down the wire and we'll have a chance, or was that, or did you guys have something else in mind?
Um, Siguro, well, defensively, of course, we didn't expect him to come out, on fire like that. So, of course, our game plan is really to limit everyone. Pero I think throughout the course of the game, nung mainit na talaga siya, we couldn't allow the others to start contributing as well. So, ang ano na lang, namin, let's make it difficult for him. Let's make all his shots more difficult. Para pagdating ng end game, he'll be fatigued. He'll be tired. And then of course, defensively also, we tried to make him work. So, wala, there are days na ganun talaga, may init yung player. Yan, parang si Renren, there are days na talagang you can't find ways to stop him. Kahit ano yung kahit whatever shot he throws up there, it goes in. So, yun, the best you can do is just try to limit the others. And I think that's what we tried to do, and we were able to accomplish that, was to limit the other players like sila Abadiano. Si Abadiano naman pumutok ng sa game 2, di ba? So, but yeah. And game 1, of course, you mentioned guys stepping up. Si Doy stepped up a lot for us in game 1. So, yeah, those are some of the guys that, pakonti-konti, may isa sa kanilang talaga, always stepping up.
And yun, now let's go to game 3. Who decided to revive the Kevin Kiambao three big man play? Parang it caught everyone by surprise. Like, but when I saw Mason start, sabi ko, ooh, they have something up their sleeves. So how did you guys come up with that?
Okay, so the funny story was eliminations ng PBA noon and natapat na si Coach Kaloy had to fly to
Bahrain.
saan ba sila?
Okay.
Bahrain. So, nung game 2, pinayagan na siya ng team niya to stay, to follow na lang dun sa and then unfortunately we lost. And then game 3, hindi na siya pinayagan. So, heading into our practice, nag-practice kami sa Araneta. Nag-usap kami ni Coach Topex, and he was asking me anong mga binili ni Kaloy for offense. So I gave a little pointers, and then si Jacob lumapit sa akin. Sabi niya, Coach, Luis can defend guards. Luis Pablo. He was talking about Luis. Luis can defend a Torres, an Alarcon, a Baila, di ba? Even an Abadiano, pag kayang mag-switch ni Luis on them. So I brought it up with Coach Topex, and then sabi ni Coach Topex, so when Jacob mentioned that, so ibig sabihin, pwede pala tayong mag-Mike, mag-Mason, and then have Luis.
Yeah.
So parang yun yung naging ano namin, yun yung naging basehan namin on our rotation. And then we remembered we used that kind of lineup when KQ was around. So we had a particular play that yung interior offense that we could maximize our size. So good thing yun nga, it worked, it clicked, and I think Coach Topex mentioned dun sa nung after the championship, nabanggit nga niya that it was Jacob who gave us an idea na why don't we go three bigs since Luis can be able to match up naman defensively. So yeah, and from there, buti it worked. Buti talaga it worked.
Okay. So yun, straight from the horse's mouth, like what happened there.
Yun na, alam na natin.
Oo. Kasi I have one question for each of the coaches actually pagdating sa game 3. So, Coach Mon naman, for you, defensively, the last 2 minutes was a defensive masterclass for Lasal. How did you set up the team for that? As in, grabe, all the steals. And we've seen it. We've seen it against Ateneo that we had those steals, and we saw it again now. What a performance! And how did you lead the team to do that?
Um, well, I guess that started from January. Kasi kami naman, we work on our fundamentals, we work on schemes, just to prepare the players to whatever, we need to do. And there are times that's one thing that we like about our players. Sometimes they do things on their own, and we give them the liberty to talk and and through habits na lang, they're able, we didn't tell them to trap. It was a read by them, and they made the right read, and they forced a turnover. So, and of course, yung mga blocks ni Mike, yung mga ganun, mga hustle plays, that's motor Mike for you. But we just try to instill everything. Kung ano man yung gustong pagawa ni Coach T sa amin defensively, we just try to implement and try to put in that foundation throughout the preseason. Para pagdating ng we really prepare for UAP. So, and there are times na we just give the players the liberty the freedom to do things on their own. Kasi alam na nila eh. And nagkakaamuyan na sila. So, and of course, si Coach T, the trust that, he gives his coaching staff. Kami naman, we have all our separate roles and responsibilities, and si Coach T gives us the trust and the freedom to do things based on the things that he wants. So and it rubs off to the players. Ganun din siya sa mga players. Yung tiwala niya sa mga players. So come game time, na lang, kumbaga pili na lang kami kung anong kailangan, nag-adjust kami, if we need to trap, we need to whatever, we just talk it out there, and then as long as one page kami, we're in good shape. So, the players made the plays.
Backing violation ba yun?
Oo, backing si
Remo
Remo
Gat.
Gatun.
Kay Rimogat.
Tawa si Coach Gian, no? Ba't di tinawag?
Backing yun eh. Hindi, okay lang. Champion na tayo.
Yeah,
Okay,
I really agree to what Coach Mon said, no? Kasi like JC, I'm just going back to JC. He's one of our best on the ball defenders and also off the ball defenders. And if you remember in that those last 2 minutes, he also made that crucial steal off the trap of I think that was Jacob and Mike or Jacob and Luis. So what we do kasi talagang we really try to establish yung fundamentals early into the season. And para magiging plug and play na lang sila given the scenario, given the situation that they'll be in. Depende din kung sino yung magiging kalaban namin. Minsan nga sila na yung nagsasuggest, sila na yung pag tinanong mo what do you want to do versus ganito, versus a Pasaol, versus a Remogat, sometimes sa kanila na nanggagaling eh. So, those little things you just can't help but appreciate, but at the same time yung effort also of them to focus on what Coach Mon wants them to do or what Coach Collet wants them to do. Hindi lang naman sa coaches yan but also on how the players would respond to it. So talagang sila din naman talaga yung naglagay sa sarili nila sa ganitong sitwasyon.
Okay. But, that's a good story, Coach, na the players are adjusting and they really bought into collectively everyone, your system, right? The system of Coach Topex and everything you guys have taught them. And siguro the last thing for the finals and maybe before we end the show is Coach Ren, free throws at the end. Mas kabado ka ba kaysa sa mga players?
Sabi ko, to be honest, sabi ko nga sa mga nakakausap ko, sa wife ko, sa mom ko, na parang sabi ko, never ako kinabahan sa free throw. Sabi ko, bakit dito? Parang mas pressured pa ako eh. Sabi ko kasi parang it's different when you're coaching and you're playing. I'm more comfortable playing because I'm in control. I have the ball, I'm the one who's gonna shoot it. I'm more confident. But syempre, if you're coaching, you're there to guide the players. You're there to prepare them and to do game plans. And of course, end of the day, you're just a coach. End of the day, the players will play. There's the one who's gonna shoot. There's the one who's gonna defend. That's what I'm telling my players also. Na parang hindi naman kami yung titira dyan. Kayo yan. Kayo magdi-decide dyan. Kayo pa rin maglalaro. The fact is parang pag panalo, it's all the players talaga. I believe in that 100%. Pag talo, salo ng coaches yan. Pero pag panalo, it's the players did that. Sila yung naglaro eh. Sila yung nag-sacrifice, sila yung dumive, sila yung shumot ng crucial free throws. There's the one who made those stops in the end. They made that all happen. Like what Coach Gian said, they put that in the sino yung magkagagawan doon, they put themselves in that situation. So sometimes, pag kunyari, tambak tayo or whatever, kayo naglagay dyan, you salvage it. Kayo yung gumawa ng paraan. Sometimes, ganun yung sinasabi ko sa mga players ko sa high school na parang, you're the ones who's playing, you're the ones who's gonna win those games. Because, sabi ko, hindi naman 100% of the time mag-work yung game plan eh. It's the players who's gonna do those things na parang, for example, for me, when I was playing, hindi naman ako nakikinig 100% sa coaches eh. Because, alam na ng kalaban kung ano yung gagawin ko. So I have to do something else, or find a way na to get out of that trouble or to win that game. So as a coach, I still believe that parang talagang players wins the ball game. So like Coach Mon, like Coach Gian said, na talagang it's the players talaga who decided to do, who did those, na nakikita ko naman how they practice, how they prepare for the games with a little time with the team, na talagang they're really dedicated as a team as a whole. I've been very vocal with my players sa high school. I'm sure you guys watch the games. I'm sure you pick some notable plays or situations there that dapat natutunan nyo. But I'm telling you, sabi ko, it was a learning process for me. Being with that team, it's a different synergy because sabi ko nga, parang every single win, every single game, iba-iba yung nagsi-step up. Iba-iba yung nagko-contribute. But everybody na gagamitin ni Coach T, ni Coach Topex, is ready to play, ready to contribute. Egos aside, wala talagang wala ka talagang masasabi sa team. As in, they left their egos at home or in the dorm. Talagang when game time, talagang they played together, they played for each other. So for me as a like yung ako nga, sabi ko nga ibang-iba kami dati with this team. I learned a lot with the players, with the coaches. I was really happy na I was with them throughout the season, and with the short time I've learned a lot because sabi ko nga 100% I've never been with this kind of team when I was playing or when I was coach. Now when I'm coaching, it's different. Sobrang dami ko natutunan na parang grabe to, parang they all listen when the coaches talk. Even me, when I talk, they listen. When Coach Gian talk, they listen. They give that respect to the coaches. So makikita mo sila, mag-uusap sila, they give also, parang pinapakinggan nila talaga isa't isa. From down to the rookies, down to the ball boys, to the Kuya Resty, to the up to the coaches, up to the alumni. They talagang respectful talaga sila. And then, yeah, talagang sabi ko nga, end of the day, I've benefited from that run, from that experience, being with the LSU again. I really benefited. Talagang sabi ko, talagang ibang ano to, ibang synergy tong natutunan ko with the team and the coaches also as well. And of course, syempre, the players. Yeah.
O,
Ah,
kulang
this
na lang
is
si Kuya Edgar na lang kulang no, Ren, tsaka Coach Mon.
Ano
Kulang si
na?
Kuya Edgar. Si Kuya Edgar na lang kulang eh.
Kaya nga.
Wala na kasi, iniwan si Kuya Resty. Then siguro G, yan ako sa kanila. This season was definitely one for the books. Sa buong, ako personally, sa buong history ng pagsubaybay ko sa seniors team. This season was really one for the books for me. Na nag 8-6, nag ilang knockout matches ka. We beat the top seed twice. Kasi the last time na we beat a higher seeded team, time nila coach, time nyo, 97. If I'm not mistaken, number 3 tayo, number 2 si UST, kung di ako nagkakamali. I think that's the last time na lower seeded tayo that we beat a higher
Alam mo,
seeded team.
feeling ko lagi number 1 tayo eh. Kaya hindi ko alam eh.
Oh, yun nga eh. Steve ba yan? Na nag-number 3 tayo nun. And although that season was also sweet kasi we finally dethroned UST eh. After all these years na lagi kang tinatalo sa finals. But this one, itong 2025, it was something special, especially for me personally. Ano yung, apart from winning the championship, ano yung tingin yung pwede nyo masabi na favorite moments of the season for each and every one of you?
Mauna na ako. Syempre yung free throws nila Kian, nila Mason. nung last nung last game 3, we shot what? 72%. That's the highest we shot throughout the season. So yeah, sabi ko nga, when I was welcome, I was introduced sa team. I got interviewed right away by the supporters, by the alumni. Sabi ko, we will shoot 70 to 75%. Walang ya. Throughout the season, 60% or 50%. Pero, last game, we shot 72%.
Oo.
So, sabi ko,
Ano yan? Save the best for last yan. Save the best for last.
yeah, that was my favorite. Those free throws that they knocked down, and of course those stops. Yung stops talaga that made that happen.
baka si Coach Gian muna.
Go ahead, Coach G.
Actually, one that stands out for me was the first round game against UP when Luis played really well against his former team. Why? Because he was not supposed to start that game. If you remember, may interview si Coach Topex
Coach
about
G,
it.
Oo
It
nga.
was supposed to be Bright and Mike ang magsa-start. Pero nung sinulat sa board, Mike and Luis. So, all along, alam ni Luis, siya yung magsa-start. So, pagdating namin sa court, nung usually Coach Kaloy would called out, ay wala pala si Coach Kaloy nung game na yun. So, I called out the starting five. Sinabi ni Bright sa akin, I'm not starting, it's Luis. Sabi ko, how come? Sabi niya, because it was Luis's name that was written on the board. So I had to check with Coach Topex. Sabi din ni Coach Topex, oo nga no. Sabi niya, Luis nga yung nakalagay dun sa board. So nag-stick na kami. Nag-stick na kami with Luis being on the starting five, and buti na lang, he played well.
Oo.
So sabi ko nga, may mga ganong may mga ganun na nangyayari sa amin all throughout this season na, kahit hindi namin sinasadya, nangyayari. Things just falls into place. So, yeah, I think yun yung that was, oh, wow, okay At least, 'di ba? At least with that incident, I mean, sometimes hindi maganda yung ganung nangyayari, but maybe it happened for a reason that Luis was really supposed to start on that game, and maganda yung pinakita niya, diba? And it was a good break for Luis, and at the same time, I think that's where he also got his confidence na he can contribute sa team during this season, during this finals run.
And Coach Mon?
Siguro sa akin, well, yung UP game na yun, nung first round, absent din ako doon eh. I missed 2 games nung first round. So, baka kaya siguro niloloko ko ni Xavier. And then for me, Coach Kaloy and Coach JB, medyo challenging kasi nga nasa PBA din kami. So, there are times na nagkakaroon ng conflict with schedule. Buti na lang nung second round and nung finals and thankfully sila Boss Al allowed me to be able to be present in all the games all the way to the game 3. So very thankful for that. Sa akin siguro yung Ateneo game second round. Again, it was a bit of a blessing na postpone because of the typhoon. We were able to get back at Ateneo from the first round loss. At the same time, yun yung game na kasi kung natalo doon, magkakaroon pa ng complications.
Yes.
So that was a game na sige, 4th place tayo. Let's give it our ako I had a good feeling na and I mentioned this one practice to the players na basta let's just finish the elimination strong. I have a good feeling that whoever we play twice to beat, kaya natin. Tapos pagdating ng finals, back to square one, bahala na. Let's play the best of 3. So I think the Ateneo game for me was we didn't have to have that playoff game. We were outright number 4, and then we were able to focus on what we had to do for the playoffs. So and then guys stepped up. We were finally complete. Walang suspension, walang injury. So I think that again that was one of the key factors for us. Kasi from season 87, if you guys remember, we were missing Earl. Earl had a sprain, so and I think Earl could have helped us
Yes,
back in
definitely.
season 87 during
Definitely.
that finals series. So yeah, it's just a blessing na delay talaga. We were able to be complete. It was fun. It was a fun ride. Very up and down. I'm sure a lot of people doubted us already. There was a point siguro kami we had doubts ourselves, but grabe talaga mga players, they just kept on believing and then just kept on playing. Another thing, nag-step up talaga si Boris. Parang naging possessed siya eh. After nung suspension niya,
Yes. Yeah.
there were just games that he just took over.
Grabe.
And that was another turning point for us. I think guys just really stepping up.
And this is a perfect segue and a perfect way to end this podcast with that conversation, with what you said, Coach Mon, and the big debate ongoing in the community right now. It's up to you, to all 3 of you, if you want to answer this question, ha? Okay lang. Okay lang if you don't. But where would you rank this championship amongst all
Yeah.
Lasal UAP championships? Mahirap yan. Si Coach Ren,
Ako
yung
nga,
ano.
wala akong na-rank eh. Lahat nga,
Oo.
sa akin, tatlo yung tinabla ko eh.
Oo, hindi, there's something about beating Ateneo in
Di kasi
2001. There's
98
something.
talaga sa akin, di ko maalis yung 98 kasi ang saya nun eh. Kaya hindi ko maalis yung 98 sa listahan ko eh.
Maganda. Yung apat na championships na yun, lahat kasi yun may storya din eh. So, yeah, ibang klase yung mga stories nun, nung first, yung 98, 99, 2000, 2001. They have their different stories. So, yeah, I can't not, hindi ko kayang i-rank talaga because iba-ibang experience eh. Now, ngayon, number one sa coach. Kasi I'm part of the coaching staff. So, yeah. But pag tinutality mo, parang ang mahirap talaga i-rank. Because hindi lang na-magnify or hindi lang nalaman ng mga tao kung ano yung mga pinagdaanan namin noong 98, 99, 2000, 2001. Baka sa practice pa lang, memorable na yun eh. Ibang-ibang yung practice namin. Wala kaming light, moderate, hard. Walang ganon eh. Very hard all day. all
Extra
day.
hard all the every day.
Extra hard
Naka-A ka ng
every
3
day.
oras na, Coach Ren. Naka-A ka ng 3 oras.
Ibang level yung practice namin dati. There's no paano mo i-describe yung practice namin, how we make our players practice now because it's very scientific. May mga light lang, minsan mag-uusap lang, tapos na. Wala kami ganun nung kami nila coach mo during 97 to 2001 or may experience from that. Wala, as in, everyday hard practice yan. Every day, as in, very hard. Well, hindi ko alam kung ano pa mas hard sa heart.
Yung,
So,
yung first week ni Coach Ren sa amin, nagulat na lang siya, ha? Tapos na tayo? Sabi niya, nagsalita lang si Coach Topex, ha? Oo,
Okay,
kasi kanya, ganun lang yun. Tapos mag-shooting na lang yung mga players, kanya-kanya na.
Oo, sabi ko, iba eh. Kasi yung may mga strength and conditioning coaches dun sa DLSU na who takes care of the conditioning of the players. So, yun, I think talagang sinusunod nila Coach Topex yun. So, talagang, ako minsan like what Coach Gian said, tapos na tayo. 2 oras ako papunta dito, bigla 15 minutes ako sa tayo.
Mas mahaba pa yung binyahe mo, no?
Kaya nga. Pag ranking, medyo hirap. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just to add on to yung kay Ren, yung sa light, medium, ano talaga, sobrang collective effort. I mean, yung grabe din yung SNC namin, with the things they put in, our PTs, up to nga to sa kanila, resting nga, sobrang collective effort talaga yung, yung success ng team. In terms of ranking, medyo mahirap din talaga. Yung 98, very memorable kasi yun nga, after finishing 4 or 5 straight na bridesmaid, finally na nakuha yung championship. Tapos, of course, yung 2000, that was my last year.
Yeah.
So, of course, it's something memorable for me. Siguro I can, maybe if you don't mind, I'll compare it between the NU championship and now. Kasi number 4 din kami nun eh.
Oo nga, yeah, tama.
So I think they're both special for both teams. Pero yun nga, mas special ito dahil nga doon sa pinagdaanan ng team. Right from the bat, si JC broke his nose or fractured his nose, out for a couple of games, suspensions, injuries, sunod-sunod. And the way, yun, of course, I'm not taking anything away from that NU team that won. That they did something special for their group. Pero if I remember correctly, we didn't have the types of injuries that we had against with this season as compared to so grabe din the things that we went through this year. This puts it up on the list. yung championship niya.
Ako
And last
siguro,
coach, yeah.
well, uh, on my experience lang, the season 86 championship was different for me. Kasi being the more tenured coach, as I would say, sa DLSU with our group right now, I'm heading into my 7th year yata, 6th year, 7th year. Um, Kumbaga, after the Coach Aldin Championship to Coach Louie, medyo nag-struggle yung team talaga eh. 'Di ba? From Coach Jermaine to Manong, and then nagka-pandemic, 'di ba? And then so kumbaga yung build up ng frustrations, I was there.
Yeah.
Nakita ko not only as a coach but also the players that were in that lineup. Kasi iba rin naman talaga yung talent during that time. We had Aljun, Balti, Andre, 'di ba? Sila Kurt. Kurt was there. And then the next year we had sila yun nga sila Jamie Malonzo, 'di ba? And then we had a couple of more players. Encho was also in that part of
Yeah.
the team. It would always parang one game short of making it to
Yes.
the final four. Parating naging ganun yung story.
Mm.
'Di ba? And then pandemic happened, nag-open up, we lost to UP in the final four. 'Di ba? And we were up on in all those games. Lamang tayo natatalo in the last 1 minute.
Yes.
'Di ba? So nandun yung struggle. So just to get over that hump when Coach Topex came in, to get over that hump and be able to win the championship and bring the championship back to Lasal, parang talagang sobrang sigh of relief. Funny story, I even have that photo na umiiyak ako. Ginawang sapatos ni Coach Oji yung mukha ko. Nilagay niya sa sapatos. So, na umiiyak yung mukha ko talaga, yung umiiyak ako sa saya. So, anyway, just parati namin pinagtatawanan yung photo na yan. So, anyway, so I think that season 86 was special for me. Just not only because of as a coach but also yung mga players na nag-miss nung opportunity to make it to the championship. Parang kaya nung game 3 na yon, I saw Ralph, I saw Andre, I saw Jamie, sila Brandon Bates, they were all watching that game. So they were all happy na yun nga nanalo tayo. They were all happy for me. They even approached me na, "Coach, finally nakapag-champion. Nakakuha ka na ng championship for Lasal." So yeah, 86 stands out, and not to discredit what happened in 87. Tama yung sinabi ni Coach Mon. Grabe din naman talaga yung pinagdaanan namin ng 87. But 86 still stands out for me.
Okay, and I think that's all we have today for the coaches from DLSU. Thank you so much for giving your time to us tonight, Coach. We really appreciate it. Siguro before we end, is there anyone you wanna say hi to, shout out?
Shoutouts,
Thank
Reach.
you.
Si Coach Kaloy nag-message ka, kagising lang daw niya.
Nako, sa
Hi, Coach
next
Kaloy.
session siya kamo sa next session siya.
Pwedeng sumali ulit next session pagkasama
Oo,
siya.
Coach Mon, sali
Oh.
ulit. Sali ulit.
Mag-cooperate lang kami.
Si Kaloy.
Oo,
Ulit si Kaloy.
sali ulit sa next
Ano
session.
sabi niya? Kakagising ko lang. Kakagising ko lang, sabi
Yari
niya.
kay Coach Oji. Then may next session ba kamo? Hindi siya makakaligtas.
Sige. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you
coaches.
for having us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Wait
you.
lang. I'm gonna stop recording. And thanks everyone. I'm gonna stop recording. And Animo Lasal.